The man accused of killing 3 people at a church in Vestavia Hills last year pleading guilty in court today.
Yeah, Robert Finley Smith pleading guilty to the capital murder of 2 or more people. Want to get out to WVTM 13's Lisa Crane tonight. Lisa, you were inside the courtroom today when the plea was announced. What was the reaction there?
Well, it was not a surprise to any of the victims' family members who were there today. They had all agreed last month to offer that deal to Finley Smith. Now, the district attorney had said last fall he was going to seek the death penalty in this case. So this deal takes the death penalty off the table, and it means he avoids that, but will spend the rest of his life behind bars without the possibility of parole. Let's take a look now at the procedures today. This was a hearing this afternoon, and Mr. Smith's hands and feet were shackled during this 20-minute hearing. He only said a few words, answering the judge's questions with a yes ma'am or no ma'am, then saying guilty when she asked his plea. We also heard from Linda Rainey in court. She watched Smith gun down her husband at that church potluck last summer. She called it a senseless, evil act that she relives over and over. But she said the thousands of acts of kindness and support she and the other survivors have experienced since then overshadow that tragedy. We spoke to the rector at St. Stephen's and the defense attorney after the hearing.
We offer prayers for the families of Sharon and Bart and Jane. We offer prayers for all the lives who have been and continue to be altered by this tragedy, especially those in the parish hall on June 16th. And as difficult as it is, we also pray that God's redeeming love will reach Mr. Smith as he lives with the consequences of his actions for the rest of his life.
They did not just talk about being Christians, they acted as Christians, and they were willing to forgive him. And I know it's hurtful to each one of the family members, but we say thanks to each one of them for taking that attitude.
Now, Smith's attorney apologized in court to the victims' surviving family members. He did that on behalf of his client, Mr. Smith. And when I asked him why Mr. Smith didn't say those words himself, he said that he had planned to, but when he got into the courtroom and saw how many people were there in the crowd, he was just too nervous to do it himself. Live in Birmingham, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.